And we are back with the fourth attempt on this streak. We have already cleared out two of the toughest ships in FTL, and it's not going to get any easier because today we have got Slug B, which is a not quite absolute bottom tier ship, but definitely below average. It's a boarding ship. It does have an Artemis missile. That's really, really good. Artemis missile is a fantastic boarding support. That's about the only thing on this ship that's really good. You don't have a medical unit is the main thing that this ship is noteworthy for. You also don't really have boarding crew that are actually that good at fighting. You've got slugs. Slugs are okay, but not great. And they struggle a little bit if they have to fight, actually tough enemies like Mantis or Rock. And this ship is also very, very punishing if you make mistakes, because you don't have any kind of medical unit, and if your crew die, you rapidly become very, very weak. So those things make this quite tough to actually get wins with, but we'll see what we can do today. Usually the way you want to play this, and we have two immediate stores again. This is not the first run recently where we've had this. We had this exact same thing on the Zoltan Sea run. Now, one thing you can do with this ship, and I've had success with it before, is if you go to a store immediately and it has a clone bay, you have enough if you sell the heal bomb and the slug repair gel to get that. However, I'm not... there's no guarantee that's going to turn up at any of these, and it would be nice to have a bit of extra scrap, because if I could get a clone bay without having to sell the heal bomb, that's even better. These are definitely going to be the only two stores that we see in this sector, unless we get one from a quest. Like, I'd like to hit 2 jumps before hitting either of these. I'm unsure, like, what I'd like to probably do is this, there, and then I can go there if this is a bad store. I'm not sure, though, if that's going to be, whether I'll actually have enough space to get here. I think I will. But, I mean, if we only hit one of the stores, we only hit one of them. I think this is the best. The alternative might be to do something like this, here, and then either there or there, depending on whether there's good stuff at this store. The problem is if we have to go to this second store, it's not a very good path for the rest of the sector. I mean, it might work. 1, 2, it'd be something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then around there. It's not too bad. The thing is, going to jumps that see a lot, like, this would normally be my high priority to go to first thing, because this sees the most of any jump I could go to. But the point of seeing things is to spot going to jumps that spot things is to see stores, and we've already seen the only 2 stores we're going to see in this. So really, any 2 jumps that we go to are about equivalent. I think I'm going to go to these 2 first. If there's something good at this store, that gives me the best path for the rest of the sector. Okay, we've got a fight here, and this is the kind of fight that you want to see with this ship, because there's 2 NGs, we can win this. Just get you 2 over there ASAP. Get in there. Can we flash shields here? I think we can. Actually, we may have flashed it. We couldn't use the shield flashing there anyway. Do we win this before that goes off again? I think we do, and anyway, our shield will be back up. Ow. We mistimed that, so we took some extra damage. It's fine, there's a fire in that room now. Still, that's a good fight. Let's use the heal bomb on these 2. You generally want to use the heal bomb at the end of a fight, because you want to jump into the next battle at full hit points. And you want to minimize your missile usage, but sometimes you don't have a choice. We're actually going to save this crew member's position in the teleporter, and what we should be doing is doing like this. Sort of run them towards and jump out while they're on their way out. And I'm going to save, I can't spend scrap anyway, like I'd like to get shield 4, but having spotted these 2 stores very early, I'll save scrap, go to the store. Okay, now on the good side, this ship is killable. bad side is they are running away. We're going to board into weapons. We will take a missile here. There's not much we can do about it. Let's kite these guys to pull the pilot out. That means our Artemis missile will hit. It will also mean they don't get the faster weapons charge. I'm actually going to hold my missile just on the off chance, because if this hits my shields, I need to take... Okay, good. It didn't aim at shields. This needs to go up missiles then. As long as my shield's up, this beam drone 2 doesn't do anything. Now that's unfortunate. I think my weapons are going to burn out. I need this guy to go help me board. God damn it. They dodged that with autopiloting. That's really, really bad. I need to put this fire out now, because they're going to get more missiles off on me. And meanwhile, I need to stop these guys from running away, and I need to make sure my crew don't die. Is this going to go out before my... I think that fire is going to burn my weapons out, and then I'm in big trouble. Yeah, this is really... I think I'm going to die on this fight. Because what can I do? I don't win this fight now. I think I need to warp my guys back and start fixing things. And that means these guys probably get away. But, like, what can I do? I need to start charging my FTL. Like, they dodged the first missile with their autopiloting. Okay, we've got that back up. But, like, we can't board them right now. We'll just die. We can't shoot their stuff out. At this point, if we board them, there's a risk that they just jump away with our crew on board, and then we just lose. All this was caused by one dodge. And yeah, they're going to get doubled fleet pursuit, and we took like 10 damage in that fight. And there's a fire now, and that's going to burn the weapons out probably. Yeah, one dodge. That's all it took. One dodge. And that set off that whole chain of events. If we'd been able to take the missiles down, we could have boarded in safety. Even after they hit our weapons, we could have boarded, we could have kited them, made sure they couldn't fix their weapons to ever get the missile back up. It was the fact their their missiles hit weapons first and then shields. They're literally the two worst systems on the ship to get hit. And they hit them one after the other and set a fire in weapons. It's very, very frustrating. Now we need to heal all these guys, and now we're definitely not hitting 2 stores now, because that second store is definitely gonna get taken over thanks to the doubled fleet pursuit. And we also didn't get enough scrap there. If this next store has a clone bay, we will still have to sell the heal bomb for it. We will be 1 scrap short of being able to get it. Okay, it doesn't have it. Doesn't have any systems. There's a breach bomb too. That would be very nice to get, but it's a nice to have. What we need right here is to get our shields up, since we can't get clone bay or any medical unit or any kind of weapon. And we could try buying the whole laser one. We'd have to sell the heal bomb or the Artemis missile to do that. It's not worth it. Like, we'd like to have something that breaks Zoltan shields, and if we'd won that fight, we could have done it. But we didn't. So we got to get shields up. If we'd had this shield buffer in that fight, which we couldn't have got, it's not like we delayed it. We had 19 scrap, we were 1 short. But if we'd had that, we would have taken like 5 less damage there, because the missile that hit our shields wouldn't have taken the bubble down. And there's nothing there, great. What are our distress options? We've got a teleporter, we have slugs. Oh, well, we can't go that way. I'm glad I noticed that. The ship doesn't have a medical unit. I wish I could see what crew they had before deciding. I think I need to take this because this is a possible double scrap reward and we really need more scrap. Okay, good. We haven't got screwed over by them having like rocks and stuff. They just have NGs. Let's go into weapons. Do 2v1. Try to draw them into shields. And we're going to kite them to once again try to pull. Although it didn't work last time anyway, but we'll kite to try to pull their pilot and remove their dodge. Good. Okay, now we go and park in the weapons room. And we stop them from ever fixing things. So we took one missile. We don't have the slug repair gel anymore, so we don't have that to help us there. But it's fine. We should win these. And we have a heal bomb if we absolutely need it. We would ideally like to not use our heal bomb until that hull breach is fixed. But we may not be able to pull that off. You two go in there. And we got this. Good, we got a double scrap reward there. Now, let's see if we can fix this hull breach before we use. I think we can by cycling people in and out. Fortunately, hull breaches, the progress gets saved in between. You know, like you can move people in and out of the room. And you don't lose the progress. I think we might actually fall short here. Yeah, we have just not enough hit points. That's really annoying. Well, one of my people will go into the next fight at not quite max HP then. You're the one who I use on weapons, which you're my third border, so I'll use you. There we go. Yeah, you got 12 hit points. We probably could have done it with extremely careful micro there, but I do not want to make a mistake and lose a slug. We know we're not seeing any more stores this sector, so let's just get the shields right away. Go like this most of the time. The ship is also rather short of power. How many jumps do I have? 5. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can do that one. Not worth it. That was a forced jump. You literally could not get through this sector without going to that, which was basically worthless. And now we have a solar flare. We can do this without using too many missiles. I'm going to start preemptively venting stuff, particularly shields. I'm going to put one Artemis missile into there. Okay, we got a hull breach there. This means this ship can never fully get my shields down. We could preserve missiles here just by waiting and letting the solar flare hit them, because they have no shields. And even though they've got no oxygen over on that ship, they also, they'll still take damage from the actual flare going off. Okay, maybe not. Instead, we get totally screwed over. This ship has no fucking shields. Let's just use the missiles, I guess, then. That's what I get for trying to be efficient. Admittedly, that fire was going to go off anyway, but it hit our piloting, and that means we're going to take another one in a moment. Do that, that way the FTL keeps charging. Don't run you over there because there's no oxygen in that room. Let's do this. Okay, good. We don't have to take another solar flare, at least. That's something. Okay, I have 3 here as long as we don't have any double pursuit. Do I have 3 before this jump? I have 2 before that jump, that's fine. I'm going to go here, here and there. That way, if the fleet pursuit somehow gets doubled at this, I still have enough time to get to the exit. If I go here, any additional doubled fleet pursuit and I'm screwed. Offer to help. This isn't really that good. Demand they surrender their goods. We once again have an enemy that's trying to run away. Oh god, I didn't see that. That makes this a nightmare. And I foolishly pulled my second shield bubble down. Like, come on, what are you running from? This ship is way stronger than me. I think I want to keep the ability to dodge for the moment, just in case. Like, once I can get a missile into weapons, I'm safe. Oh god, there's no oxygen in that room. I mean, by boarding, I can potentially pull their pilot, but I mean, the last time we did that, it didn't work. And I nearly died. So here, I'm going to keep my evade. Of course you fucking hit my weapons. And of course you fucking dodged. We're getting really fucking screwed over by the RNG in this so far. And of course they've now hit my shields and set a fire. Great. Okay, we've at least taken those down. We're not going to be able to fix the damn shields, though. They have a system repair drone over there as well. I don't know that we have any chance of being able to kill this ship. The system repair drone is going to fix things so fast. Like, the ship is too dangerous to not shoot at. But any shots we fire at it are basically wasted. And I don't know how on earth we could board this thing. We'd be fighting 3v2. We couldn't fully tie them up because the system repair drone actually occupies a slot. They could jump away with our crew on it. I think we need to put an Artemis missile into their drones. But I can't do that because they've got a missile back, and a missile can do me damage with one shot. The combat drone needs to do 2 quick shots to hurt me. They're just getting away. So we lose another jump. Okay, that didn't double the fleet pursuit. That's something. But we didn't get any scrap for that either. That's 2 jumps we've got no scrap from. And I don't think there was a great deal. Both of them came from the fact that they dodged the first missile. And I don't think there was much we could have done on either of them. Like, if we had tried to board to pull the pilot, it wouldn't really have worked as well there because of the repair drone. And, I mean, the last time we did that, they dodged anyway. Let's make absolutely sure we have enough. We do. As long as we don't get doubled fleet pursuit, which of course on current form is highly likely. This sector has been awful. Ignore. Okay, we get a fight. This is a decent fight. The danger here is that they have 2 mantises. But at least this ship can't hurt me. So I can take time. I'm also gonna train in this. I don't normally train against enemies with a single laser, but this sector has gone so badly that I feel like it's essential to do this to get any advantage I possibly can. So I will meet you back in a bit once I have full evade training. Okay, we're back. So now we've got the full evade. Now we have the task of how we actually kill these enemies, which is quite difficult. If we had a medbay, we could very easily kite them. We'd just board, do a bit of damage to each of them, run around, warp back, heal each time. They would, you know, eventually we would beat the mantises just from that. But we can't do that. So what we want to do instead, I want to put an Artemis missile into piloting. That will do 30 damage to the mantis in there. It'll also remove all their evade, so that our heal bomb can hit the ship. I want to let both of these charge all the way up. Hopefully we'll set a fire. Of course they dodged one of them. I knew that they were going to do that. I could have boarded to try to pull the pilot, but then the worst case scenario if I miss is significantly worse. Okay, so we got that. I'll keep the Artemis missile charged up in case we want to do more with it. Or charging up. We are going to board into there. We just want to kite them now until we can get our third crew member over there. Although actually, we won't kite them because these are the people we want to be fighting. The Wounded Mantis and the NG. So actually, it's completely fine and they can't fix piloting. So we will board with our third crew member in a moment. Do we want to kite now? I'm a little bit worried about this guy dying. Whoa, 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 whoa. You go into there, and you go into there, and you just run up there. Okay, this should be fine. We'll probably have to crew swap a bit. But ultimately, this NG is going to die, and then we'll 2v1 on the Mantis. I guess you might as well do this. Get some XP while we're waiting. Swap who's tanking. I think we need to heal bomb. This is very annoying. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's frustrating because we're now going to have to use another heal bomb, but I don't know what we could have done there. Anything else, we risked losing a crew member, and that was not a risk worth taking. And off we go to the exit now. Just make sure everything. Yeah. Unless we get like a good reward here, we're gonna make under 100 scrap in this sector. Okay. The blue option gives us an NG, but not any scrap. I think that's still worth it. We now have an NG who can repair things. We can also now do this. But yeah, we did make under 100 scrap in that sector. The NG gives us blue options, gives us more bodies. Neither of these options are ideal, but we're going to go Mantis. Rebel controlled is likely to be a lot of auto scouts, and that's just going to run us out of missiles. But Mantis is not ideal either, because we don't win against Mantis easily. I don't remember what this quest is, but I'll go towards it. Oh, it's the construction quest, isn't it? The construction quest has quite a few different outcomes, and I think one of them is quite bad, so I may avoid that. Spaceship under construction. Yeah, one of the options at that is that you get a fight against a rebel ship that has a an ASB, and I can't take that, so I'm going to avoid that quest. I'd like more crew, but I don't want to have to spend money on them. We'll go to this distress, maybe? The distress is a better beacon to go to in terms of possibility being scrapped, but this sees more of the sector, so we go there instead. Okay, we get a full sector reveal. Good. We've spotted the only store. So we want to go to that, and we want to maximize scrap on the way. Probably something like this, this, store, then that, and bounce around. We'll aid the civilian ship. This ship is quite difficult to deal with. We will kill one of them. They can't hurt us, so that's positive. Let's vent you, that does damage. Let's run our extra guys over there. I'd like him to put any damage on the NG, and then we fight with the 3 slugs will deal additional damage to him. That way they'll be at full health when we board the other ship. Yep, that works. Now, we need to take this medbay down, and then we kite them and board with all 4 of our people. In fact, we will board first and pull the pilots that we're more likely to hit. Okay, good. Let's go fight in there. Don't need the Artemis missile charging anymore. Keep the heal bomb for emergencies. As we saw previously, slugs do not fight mantises very well, but we should, since we can in a moment make this 4v2, we should be okay here. And then we heal bomb at the end. Yeah. Double reward, very good. Here we go. We're going to do something similar here, but this ship is more dangerous and we need to board them more aggressively because they've got this damn missile. Start charging the heal bomb up. See where this guy's going to board us. That's not an easy room to vent, unfortunately. Put you in... You go here. We're going to need to flip people around here. There's also some concern about the possibility that just if the missile comes in and hits a room that crew are in while they're fighting, they could just die. But that thankfully didn't occur, and we've taken that down. I'm going to board with my 2 full health slugs. These 2 can deal with the mantis over on my ship, and I just need to make sure they don't ever get that missile back. Okay, now we can't fight in here because we can't fight 3v2 against multiple mantis. We can do this though, and that mantis is going to actually give up on trying to fix this because we're going to win that. Now we just kite. Run from one side of the ship to the other. They'll get a few hits in, but now we board into here. I don't like that matchup. There we go. Make sure there's not like a breach in there, because if there is, I'd want to fix that first, but there isn't. It's annoying that we obviously got full pilot training on a slug, and now we're using somebody else as a pilot, but right now, those are still our best boarders. So we want to use... I mean, I suppose actually what we could do... I don't know why I'm doing this, actually. A better idea. Since I want 2 slugs anyway, and if I'm boarding with a second lot of crew, I will board with everyone regardless. So let's do this, actually. That way we get the benefit of the full pilot training, still have the NG to fix stuff. 2 slugs as our main boarders. Yeah, that's preferable. Pulsar. I may actually go to the quest after all. Destroy and loot the ship. I really don't want this pulsar. Like, the pulsar could be really, really bad. If it's a rebel disruptor, we could just die. I mean, if this ship is an ASB thing, it is also very, very bad. But there's quite a few different outcomes to that quest. Let's see. There's 3 different outcomes. We can actually... Oh, the rebel... If it is the rebel station, we can actually avoid it. So it's fine. Yeah, we can deal with that. There is the possibility for a boarding event where there's an ASB firing at you, but that's also tolerable. Let's go to the quest. In the short band message, this is the one I think that we just need to dodge. Yeah, the ASB persists here until you jump away from the beacon. That will delay us from jumping people back. It's too dangerous. We can't do it. That's very frustrating, because we have made not much scrap on this run so far. But what can we do? The only good thing is that with a boarding ship, you don't so much need large quantities of scrap as you want specific things. You know, you want a way to deal with med bays, which we already have. You want a way to kill auto ships reliably. You want a way to deal with Zoltan shields. You don't so much need like vast quantities of scrap. We're gonna vent this guy. I don't know what bomb that is, and I don't like it. If that's an ion bomb, it could really do me some heavy damage, so we're gonna do that for safety. Like, an ion bomb at a solar flare would be a disaster. Let's jump in here now. We'll missile that down in a moment. Just kite them. Yeah, now let's go in there, kill this mantis. Now we board. We want to vent loads of stuff, I guess. We're also actually going to start powering the heal bomb. That set of fire and piloting. Let's vent that. We need to be very, very wary of fires trapping our crew while they're over on taking our crew out while they're trapped over on the enemy ship. The NG has put the fire out in there. It's not acceptable to let him fix that. You get in there. Fortunately, they have a 4-tile room which we can jump back from. We don't need the Artemis missile anymore. Let's turn oxygen on. I think we'll get hit by one more solar flare. We'll actually probably get hit by 2 here because we need to wait until our teleporter is off cooldown before we can even go back to our ship. That's an annoying location to hit. We will deal with that in a moment. Okay, heal bomb. We need to get O2 back in rooms, and we also need to deal with that. The only really easy way to deal with that doesn't require me to use more missiles is venting. Good thing here is that we are going to a store next. So we don't need to have our crew in position when we jump away from this. There might be fires elsewhere. I don't think so. It looks like it's just spread into... Yeah, it's just spread into... It's spread into engines, but it's going to go out. Go to the store. What do we have? Wow, this store is not great. Well, there are some good things. The small bomb is usually great to get for a boarding ship, but we have an Artemis missile which does mostly the same thing. The small bomb gives you security if the enemy has a gives you security if the enemy has a defensive drone, but I think we're not in a position to make that sort of purchase. We could get a med bay. I generally would rather have a clone bay on this ship, and I feel it's early enough that we can wait a while. Like, eventually you just need to get a medical unit. But we haven't got good enough weapons. If we buy the med bay, we're still stuck on ways to kill. Like, we're going to buy that heavy laser one. That's one thing we're definitely... Let's do that now, because this gives us a way to kill Zoltan shields. And we can potentially use it to kill auto scouts as well, because we could chuck a couple of Artemis missiles into shields and then heavy laser, although that's not ideal. There's no hacking here. The medbay doesn't help us kill auto scouts. It gives us a medical unit, but I think we can hold off. We have a green sector we can go to next. I think we can hold off. If we get into like sector 4 and still don't have a medical unit, then I usually will just buy a medbay. But I think I'm gonna hold off for a little bit on that. I am gonna get some repairs. Buying a medical unit now also would take me well away from being able to afford hacking if it turns up at a store in Sector 3, and I would rather have hacking than a medical unit. So by doing this, I get another lost scrap here, and probably at least one other before we leave the sector. Okay, this is a ship that's relatively easy to crew kill. Let's see if we can do this with no missiles at all. Because this is a two-person ship with a clone bay, you can use the trick of knocking this first boarder down really, really low, and then in this occasion, we're going to do that to both of the crew. Nope, don't kill them. They'll warp back to the other ship. They have 5 health. They're going to board me with the NG in a moment. We're going to knock them down really, really low as well. Then we're going to board and kite for a while. Our second lot of boarders will go directly into the clone bay. And our first slot will sit in shields to draw them. And then they'll kill, break the clone bay, and then we'll be good. Start applying damage to the NG. Just make sure it doesn't die because we're putting damage on them too fast. That's good enough. Right. So who do we want to board with? We want to board with... It doesn't really matter how strong our crew is here because we don't actually want to deal damage until the second lot of boarders anyway. So actually having the NG is even advantageous because if we accidentally apply any damage, they won't apply very much. And you guys go over here and just keep kiting. Whee! Now you go into shields and you two go into the med bay. We will win this because these two are really badly damaged, and then we should be able to destroy the clone bay before either of them heal. Cool. We got a drop from that. It's not a very useful drop because we already have an Artemis missile, which is just better than that. I suppose we could moonlight and pretend that we're Rock A if we want. It might vaguely come into play if we say need to kill an auto ship and we just use that to hit an empty room, but probably we'll just sell that for nothing. Well, we won't sell it for nothing. We'll sell it without using it, I mean. 1, 2. I was kind of hoping we could get a free Mantis somewhere in this sector, but didn't pan out. We have one more jump. Go looking for the rebel ship. This is a little dangerous, but it's not too bad. We'll keep the Artemis missile charging just in case, but we're mostly going to do board and kite. There is a danger this could have... Oh no, there isn't. I was going to say there's a danger it could have an anti-personnel drone, but actually, ships this early can't have higher than drone control 3, and they've already got 3 power and drones right now. So let's kite and get our second lot of boarders ready to come over. There is a risk that they could line 2 quick shots up and then mini-beam us. We'll keep the Artemis missile charged so that if that happens and they hit, say, shields, we can immediately missile the drones down. Should have already run these 2 too. We can win this 4v3. Turn our oxygen back on, there's no point having evade on. And as long as we swap who's tanking damage so that none of our crew die, we're fine. Yeah, our crew get a bit low, but we ultimately win with no losses. Now we have to power the heal bomb up, which will unfortunately take a while. Actually, we can make this faster by running you into the weapons room and firing it in there. This will also give me skill. Who's at the console? It's not my NG, and therefore it's no good. Hooray! 1 weapons XP! Oh god. Zoltan Homeworlds is awful for us because of Zoltan Shields. We can't deal with the border police, so we have to go Mantis. We don't have the possibility... Normally, Mantis Homeworlds is great if you're a boarding ship. You can get Kazakh, but we can't get Kazakh right now because we have no medical unit. You need to have teleporter and an upgraded medical unit of some kind to get Kazakh. We have no medical unit. Still, we're going there. We have to take this. We cannot deal with Zoltan. I'm going to be really, really annoyed if we see Kazakh, but... Because being able to get Kazakh would be a huge benefit normally. It's the fucking first fight of the... Well, let's deal with Kazakh. We'll use the same tactics we were using against Mantis Border's last sector. Kill the one that comes over to board us. So we need to be a little wary. Unfortunately, he's jumped a place we can't vent. We could potentially missile shields here and then use the heavy laser. I'm worried about this bomb. I'm going to preemptively vent that room just in case they bomb it and set a fire. I'm hoping that I can kill this guy within the span of the first, before he can teleport him back, but I'm saving my missile to take... Okay, good. I was saving my missile to take medbay out in case I wasn't able to do that. We were, so now I'm going to missile down weapons. I'm not boarding to pull the pilot yet because very bad things could happen if I do that. If they then dodged a shot. Yeah, that's an ion bomb. So yeah, that's why I missiled weapons. We have no shields, but it doesn't matter right now. And it's going to take them forever to fix that. They also have doors, so I can't kite, actually. That's quite bad. I need to missile the doors down so I can kite. Board with my 2 crew who are at full health. The one good thing about this being an ion bomb is it means that there's no chance that that goes off and damages my crew, because ion bombs don't do any hit point damage. Like, otherwise, if that was a small bomb, they could bomb this room and do a bunch of damage to my guys. So let's just board and kite until we can take the med bay out and send over my other boarders, and we can fight 4v2 in the weapons room. That's very bad. That means that we have to kite longer. It's not insurmountable, though. They shouldn't be able to kill either of my guys in this time. They'll get hits, like in this room, they occasionally manage to get a swipe in. And they'll do it there. There's just certain parts of the ship that I unavoidably end up taking some damage in. As long as they don't take that out again. Maybe I should missile the weapons for safety to make sure they can't do that again. If they hit my med bay again, actually the worst thing they could do would be is take out my I'm gonna missile the med bay, because if they ion bomb my weapons, I wouldn't have the option either to heal my crew or to take the med bay out. So that's worse. Yeah, you ion bomb my empty room, that's fine. Board. Now this is a little tricky because my crew are most definitely not at full health and theirs are. But we should still win this 4v2. Ideally without having to use an early heal bomb. I'm not convinced about that last part though. You got pretty low. Teleporter. Let's listen to what Kazak has to say. Okay, so we don't get Kazak as a crew member, but it's still not the absolute worst thing to have got this, because that quest marker has a bunch of scrap and a weapon at it. So, it's not terrible. It's just, I would rather have had a Super Mantis in addition to those things. Everyone back to your stations. That's all the way over there. That's an awkward spot. I have to sort of take this top half if I want to go to it. I'm going to buy another power bar here. We're running a little bit low, and we have enough scrap that we can do it, and still, in fact, I can buy 2. I still have enough scrap here that I can get hacking if I see it. We have 10 of everything. That's not a good thing, because that means we only have 10 missiles. We will need to buy the next medical unit we see, no matter what it is. Let's go here. Demand the surrender. This is also quite bad. This defensive drone means we can't take anything out. Power the heal bomb, our other weapons are useless. We just have to kite this and prevent them running away. Jump into there. God damn it, they have an anti-personnel drone. This makes it harder for me to kite them, and it will make it very difficult to win this fight as well. We'll fight them in shields at 4v4. But given that one of our crew is an NG and one of theirs is an anti-personnel drone, we will need to heal bomb partway through. That means this is a 2 heal bomb fight. No, stop going in there. Board there. You two go there. We need to heal bomb like right now. We should have it now without needing to use... We should need to use 1 more heal bomb here. We should not need to use 2. These 2 humans are going to die, and then we can swap who's tanking damage. Well, we got a full map reveal. That's good. That will reveal where the stores are. Okay, good. So we can go distress, store. Going to be something like distress, store. If there's not enough good stuff at this store, we'll go up to the other store. In fact, do we have enough? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do we have 8 jumps before that? I'm not especially convinced we do. Looks like we have 7 before that. So we're going to go distress, store, and then which way we go will depend on whether we get good stuff at this store. Oh, we got NG for blue option. Good. Do we want to take this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think we can safely do that. Yeah, same thing as before. So, store. Okay. Sell this hull missile. We're going to buy the Ion Stunner. The Ion Stunner is actually quite helpful with a boarding ship because you can use it on crew. If you have very good timing, you can catch crew as they run through the shield room and stun them with it while your own crew survive. You have to be very careful, but you can do it. It also gives me another way to get through Zoltan shields. We definitely need to go to this second store, though, because that had neither hacking nor any kind of medical unit. Let's just make absolutely certain we can do all the jumps we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we have 5 jumps before this? We have just 5, as long as we don't get any stupid doubled fleet pursuits. I think I'm going to hire this Mantis. That's very cheap. We can still get hacking, I think. Can we, actually? We'd have to sell the heal bomb, which is very much not what we want to do. Oh, man. We've already sold the repair gel. This would take us to 71 scrap. We would be below hacking. I mean, I suppose we could sell the stunner that we just bought, which is very inefficient, but this is a really cheap Mantis. I'm doing it. I'm not convinced this is definitely the right move. If we weren't immediately, like, if we could take another jump before that, it would be great. I would, be completely 100% happy with that, but we couldn't. Okay, they don't have hacking anyway, but they do have a clone bay. Let's get that. Cool. So, I'm going to be heading off for just a moment, and then I will consider what else we need to do. Alright, I'm back. I was considering whether or not to sell the heal bomb here, because we now have a medical unit, and I was thinking, well, we could use that to upgrade the teleporter, because now that we have a Mantis, we do that, we could board, Mantis and Slug as our first team, and then double Slug as our second team. And the other thing that I'm thinking of is the fact that in a couple of jumps, we're going to hit this quest. That's going to drop a weapon, and we already have our 4 slots filled up. However, I've decided to keep the heal bomb because while the clone bay allows our people to come back and provides a degree of safety there, it can get knocked offline. The other thing is just having the heal bomb gives us a way to potentially win fights faster, because suppose an enemy has dangerous weapons, we can set a heal bomb off to keep our crew alive and thus not need to wait for them to die, be revived, go over to the teleporter again. And I feel like that's more valuable than being able, we'll be able to upgrade the teleporter after the next lot of scrap, which is this jump unless they escape, which they shouldn't, because Mantis ships don't run away. Gonna buy 2 more fuel. So yeah, we want to get teleporter up to 2, and then we want to get we want to save 80 scrap for hacking. And then we probably want to go to weapons 3 as well, because we want to be able to use Artemis Heavy and Ion Stunner if necessary. So off we go. Let's aid the civilian ship. These weapons aren't too dangerous. I'm going to still chuck an Artemis missile in there. We can use the Artemis more readily now because we don't need to use the heal bomb for repairs. It's just useful to do so. We have a clone bay now. We're going to murder this person in our shield room. Use the person who is not one of my main boarders to tank the damage so that my two boarders go over at full health. Okay, that's down. We therefore won't take any damage. We don't need the Artemis anymore. Let's use the Ion Stunner here. I messed the timing up, but whatever. This is still fine, even though I messed that timing up. Because, frankly, that just buys time for my teleporter to get ready to go off again. There we go, that's how you do it. And now we can wail away on these two who are stunned for a couple of seconds. Then we warp you over there and run you guys in here, and we'll win this 4v2. Nice, we got a double reward. Our main borders are going to be vented very, very aggressively. And our main borders is basically everyone. I'll keep Weston alive because he's got max piloting. So I'll do the same for you because you're a secondary border. And I want to keep that evade skill. But these two, they get vented every single time unless they are at 92 health or above, because that's enough that a level 1 clone bay will fully heal them. So that quest, there's not a fight there. It's definitely just, it's a bunch of scrap and a free weapon. And unfortunately, not having had the clone bay earlier in this sector denied us the chance to upgrade it and also get a maxed Mantis, which would have been extremely helpful. Although if we had done that, the difference would have probably been we wouldn't have bought a Mantis when we did, because we would have been 35 scrap behind where we were, because we would have had to upgrade the clone bay. So it's sort of swings and roundabouts. We have a Mantis anyway, they just don't have max skill. So let's see what Kazak's cache has in store for us. Do we get the Mantis pheromones? We don't. And the weapon that we got is like the worst thing that we could have got here. Well, effectively that's 48 scrap. It makes it a double scrap reward. So yeah, there I'm glad that I've kept the healing burst because, you know, I can keep those 4 weapons still. And the repair burst is just going to go the first time we find a store. Okay, we've got an auto ship. Our options here are either, we need to stop them running away. Our options here are either board into piloting and break that so that they can't flee, or board into shields and break that so our weapons can damage them. We are in some danger here. These can actually slip shots through, and if they were to knock our clone bay offline, that would be a big problem. So I kind of want to shoot at this other side, but I can't really do that. We have an NG, so I can run them to the clone bay if that gets hit. I'm going to board into piloting, break this before they die. Let's chuck an Artemis missile into shields once that gets broken. Do they seriously have a level 3 piloting? Fuck you, they have level 3 piloting. So I have to, and of course they fucking dodged. Well, that's down. Problem is, they're gonna keep repairing that, and it's gonna be difficult to keep it offline. I'm gonna keep my 2 boarders ready. Now, if we can hit this, which we are going to, okay, now we have stunner and heavy laser. Hopefully what we can do, without having to board again, I'm gonna hopefully hit that room with my, well, I said without having to board again, but this is too much of a risk if they dodge. And I'll take the chance. Yeah, unfortunately, the next time that they repair that, they're just out immediately, so I can't board them because that would, if that happened, they would just escape with my crew still on the ship. I'm going to shoot at this and try to... I was hoping I would hull breach it. We didn't succeed. But our next heavy laser shot will win the fight. Okay, we got it. Not very much scrap for such an annoying fight, but that's how forward scouts go. It's why they suck. We have enough to get hacking again. So next upgrade will be to upgrade our weapons to 3. We'll just jump into the next sector, especially since we're going to go to the civilian sector. We at least finally get out of these Mantis sectors. And I want to hold my scrap just in case of an immediate storm. There is no immediate store. There's a big-ass nebula. We are going to upgrade the teleporter. We're actually going to upgrade weapons here because actually I still have the repair burst. So even doing this, we still have good enough. Against any auto scouts that we fight, I can do this. And that's pretty decent as long as they don't have 3 shield bubbles. Let's hit this big nebula and try to get scrap. Attack the automated ship. This is a very dangerous auto scout, unfortunately. I'm not going to board them because there's too much chance that they could hit my clone bay and then my crew would die. Let's Artemis missile shields. Good, that hit. Good. You go and help fix that. Put an Artemis missile into weapons here. Okay, good. We shouldn't need to use any more Artemis missiles for this fight unless they manage to repair their shields. Currently, we can't take any damage. I'll power the Artemis missile just in case, but I'd now like to hit the shields with my heavy laser and smash them completely. We failed. We could just board into there, but I'm still concerned that they repair their weapons and they hit my clone bay. And... Are you fucking joking? They have dodged 3 shots in a row, and now I need to use another Artemis missile. They have dodged 4 heavy laser shots in a row. There's now a risk that we could take damage here. Shoot that out. I guess it was shooting at the shields that was a bad idea. Now it doesn't matter what we shoot at because our next heavy laser shot that hits will kill them. So I guess in 5 volleys we'll get that. Okay. The fire beam doesn't really help us that much. We already have a way to crew kill ships. The only reason to put that on my belt right now would be for blue options. And I feel like keeping the heal bomb is more productive than that. But we can potentially sell it. We might even potentially be able to, you know, put that back on our belt if the right situation turns up. Let's buy more power. I might go for early teleporter 3. I've had good success doing that on this ship before. I do not like this, but we don't have a choice. For fuck's sake, they pulled my shields down and then immediately threw me into a fight with a beam drone. Also, this ship is monstrous. Just look at this. They've got a burst 2 and a basic laser and a combat drone, and they have a med bay. We might need to just missile weapons and run away. I can't board this ship, there's too much danger. Okay, we did manage to hit there. Yeah, like, there's the danger here. Like, we're still not out of the woods because they've hit our shields. And they have a system repair drone, great. Yeah, like, they got that fixed almost immediately. I'm just gonna get out of this fight. This is too dangerous. Do that. That means that as long as this is down, they can't hurt us. Or as long as this, rather, is down, they can't hurt us. We're just getting the hell out of here. I think we'll take one burst 2 shot. Or one set of burst 2 shots. Got some good dodges there, and let's just get the fuck away from this fight. The fact that that fight was at a low power situation made it significantly more dangerous. Okay, we get the teleporter blue option, and that is a great result. We now have a proper boarding team. Rock Mantis Dream Team. Slugs, you go do slug things. This means we can keep our slug pilot over here, because like the engine's pilot and the shield... the engine slug and the shield slug are my secondary boarders. Get some more power. The great thing about this nebula, in addition to just the fact that it's huge and gets me loads of extra jumps, it's right at the beginning of the sector, which means I know that the stores are later in the sector, which is where I want them. It does have some risks. I'm getting low on fuel. And if we fight a dangerous ship like the one we just fought, we don't have hacking to help us, or cloaking. But I think it's worth the risk. We'll vent these guys. I could fight them to get combat XP, but I can't be bothered. Just vent them all down. We'd lose the combat XP anyway, because we would then have to vent our own crew. We might have to vent the Mantis regardless, but... Nope. Let's spend a moment to get our O2 back. We still haven't seen manually search in this big nebula, which we can risk taking because we have a clone bay. So we want to see that. We've seen 2 of the other options that, you know, the 4 things that can be that particular, albeit we don't have long-range scanners, so we weren't able to see them, but like, there's a particular, the beacon always looks a particular way, and there are 4 different options. That fight that we ran away from was one of them. This boarding event we just had was another. So there's only that and the fight at a fuel depot thing, which wouldn't be that bad here. Fuel or ammo, either one would be good for us. We're down to 6 missiles. This is the bad boarding event, you just get boarded. But our ship is still mostly doesn't have oxygen, so... I think they are gonna break through into here, so we'll just kill them. We might have to vent our guys, but whatever. We're gonna vent the Mantis. I'll leave the Rock, because they still will have more health than a typical human enemy, so they will still win 1v1 against anything other than another Rock or a Mantis. Let's see, this sells for 20 and this sells for 25. Is it worth us doing this right now? Yes. It's not ideal because this way we sell those, we'll only be able to buy hacking. We won't be able to buy like the fuel that we need or some repairs, but we're far enough behind we need to take some risks. And for the second time in this sector, the game has thrown us into a fight and removed our shield power and thrown us into a fight with a ship that has a beam drone. Fortunately, it's not positioned in the right place. This ship, it's not good enough to just missile shields and take that down because this ship has more than one shield bubble. It's only just running one of them because currently its power is in other areas. I want to missile weapons here. Unfortunately, we're going to get hit by the beam drone for a little bit until our shields are no longer ionized, which they no longer are. Good. Get that thing out of the way so we can't block our shots. Of course they dodged. Should I just board and break the shields? We're getting very, very low on missiles. I'm going to fire one more. I'm worried about that ion thing coming back and then... Great. The Artemis wasn't enough. This ship actually has 3 level 6 shields. It's just they weren't running it. They weren't powering that. Do we risk boarding this? Nope. Okay, good. They'll never have the beam drone back, so we're fairly safe. We won't need to use any more missiles, which is great because we have 2 of them. We're back to the tradition of auto scouts dodging my heavy laser. Good. Their shields are never coming back. We didn't get any missiles there either. Great. Okay, we've spotted the store. We want to get some more jumps. Unfortunately, there's nothing there. Go to this one. I don't know whether we hit that other nebula. For fuck's sake, why is it even more auto scouts that are running away? We have to board this one because we don't have enough missiles. Take their piloting out. We'll put 1 missile into shields. Actually, we might be able to just break shields. In which case, I'm going to put 1 missile into weapons. Yeah, that's enough. And for security, we can even bring these guys back. Well, we've hull breached their weapons, so we won't take any more missiles once we've taken them down, but unfortunately they're still up. Okay, good dodge. Okay, 1 more shot and we win this fight. Got him. UT need venting. We got our missile back, good. We might legitimately have to buy missiles at this store, which sucks. I don't want to double back. That might be manually searched, but it might not. And if it's a dangerous fight, we could just die. Well, this store doesn't have hacking, but it does have flak and a heavy laser 1. I want both of those. Flak, heavy laser. At this point, we get rid of the heal bomb. We need more scrap so we can repair. We need some fuel. Yeah, this'll do. Okay, so we have this. We can run that for a while. We want to get weapons to 4 next, so that we can run flak, heavy, heavy. That will give us time to get more Artemis missiles. I don't like the fact we're going to be going in Sector 5. We have neither hacking nor cloaking. That's not very secure. Do I need to use the missile here? Like, this enemy has very, very dangerous weapons. We're gonna try to conserve them. Their crew are not very strong, so we should win the fight fairly quickly. Okay, we've taken most of their stuff out. The missile's down. You board into shields. You guys go back in there so I can shoot that down again. Okay, good. Everything's out. And we win. You two get vented. We are 1 scrap short of being able to get to weapons 4, by the way. Now, we do have weapons to last us the whole run. We can use flak, ion stunner, heavy against the flagship if necessary. Ideally, we'll get a better weapon to replace the ion stunner eventually, but ideally another flak. This makes us more likely to see another store, but on the other hand, we don't have enough scrap to make another store valuable anyway. We have, what, 3 more jumps in this sector? 2. That sucks. Well, distress. We have pretty good distress options. We have a rock and an NG. And we have a Column Bay, so we can take that. That's amazing! We've doubled our fuel and quadrupled our missiles by taking on the giant alien spiders. We were never going to get to that. Let's go here. Oh shit, I didn't upgrade my weapons. Well, it didn't matter. We'll do it now. Ignore. We probably could have taken that safely, actually, because we have a we have upgraded doors, but I'm used to just ignoring that one. Out of these, rock controlled is better. We have a counter to the rock live mine. In fact, we have multiple counters to the rock live mine, the missile, and the Column Bay. And we just don't want to deal with Zone Place. They are too dangerous. I'd rather deal, like, ships that have loads of missiles are annoying, but we have more ways to deal with that with our weapons than we do to deal with the border police. And with energy bombers as well. If we were going Zoltan, I'd need to go Shield 6, and I can't do that right now. Let's let this guy board us. We'll kill him with our secondary boarders, and then we'll board. We don't even need to kill him with our secondary boarders. We'll do this. You guys board in shields. We'll just vent that fool. We'll take a few missiles here. Oh wow, our flak actually hit one of the missiles. Cool. Board. There we go. Good. Need to be careful not to do too much damage to this ship because there's a solar flare going off and it could just blow the ship up. I'm actually going to warp my guys back. Okay, no, I'm not because they just did that. There's a theoretical possibility that it could, like, blow the ship up and then take my Columbe out, and then I would lose 4 people, which would obviously be a disaster. But we're fine. We'll win this way. I can't really vent, though, because of the possibility of the solar flare hitting my, my Columbe. Which is unfortunate, but what can I do? That wasn't the right jump to go to. I'm being punished for that earlier comment because now, yeah, the first 2 ships that we fight in this damn sector are double missile ships. Board now, we need to kite. Fortunately, they're rocks. They're quite easy to kite. Albeit one of our crew is also a rock, so... Okay, we took both the missiles down. Good. We need our Artemis missile now because we don't now have good enough weapons to get through their shields. Don't let them fix that. In fact, just go in there, fight them. 4v3, even though our crew are damaged, we should win. I could probably kite here and save the need to smash the Columbe with a missile, but I'm just missiling it down. Oh wow, they have level 3 Columbe. Well, we're going to need to use 2 missiles for that then. Good thing we just got a bunch of them. I could just board with these 2, to be honest. Let's do that. You guys go to shields. No, no. I said you 2 go into Columbe. Are you kidding? You're defending the Columbe over your shields. Oh. There's 3 of them, I guess, so. You 2 go in there. We just need to missile this down. They died from the hull breach in that room. That's kind of amusing. We wouldn't have had all that nonsense if we'd been able to jump out of the previous fight at full health, but we weren't. We'd like to go to weapons 5 to be able to use all 4 of these weapons, but I just want to hold off on doing that until I can see if there's a store. Which there isn't. Should I? I'm going to hold 80 scrap. I want hacking really, really badly right now. Ideally, we'd hold 150, because if we get to a store that has cloaking but not hacking, we want that. We really need one of those systems. Why did I jump away without waiting for my crew to heal? Okay, I'm glad I didn't spend that scrap, because there's the 2 stores in this sector. I'd like to get more jumps, but in case there's nothing good at this store, I need to hit that other one. Oh, wow. It's gotta be hacking. I wonder if we can somehow get enough scrap to jump back here and buy the flak. I very much doubt it. And we could sell the ion stunner. Really, we need a repair as well, which that's the best we can do. I think we need to pass on that flak, which sucks. Like, really, we want to get our hacking up to level 2 ASAP. This ship's a little tricky, because they have a med bay, and they have, doors. Let's hack their weapons and fight them in there. This gives me control over the doors, which is very useful. It allows me to do stuff like this. Don't need my weapons anymore. Board. So I never even engaged my hack in this. I would have if I'd not been able to knock things down to buy me time to get a second set of shots off. But we didn't even need to do that. Just the mere fact that hacking locked the door there was good enough to allow me to win this fight without having to spend resources. And we're just going to vent this guy, and eventually he will come and actually... We need to shoot the med bay out, otherwise he'll board back and then he'll go to the... He'll come back and then go there. There we go. No, he just... Oh, that was a pre-battle border. I'm being a silly person. Yeah, they couldn't warp them back because they were the free border at the beginning. Vent you. I think the thing to do here is get hacking up. Longer weapon hacks can help me get away from battles without taking damage. Then I want weapons to 5, then I want to save 150 scrap. And probably buy a couple of power bars as well. And I'd love more shields, but I mean this weapon is, this run rather, has just been really, really bad on scrap. We have not had a single sector in this run so far where we made 200 scrap, despite playing a boarding ship. Our best is 198, which admittedly is effectively like getting 200. But we haven't actually done it. We probably will in this sector. Teleporter. Yeah, give me another crew member. Okay, you're going to go in shields so that you're closer to the teleporter to be my second wave. This means we can keep our fully trained pilot and engines guy. Actually, our engines guy is currently not fully trained anymore because I've had to vent him. But he'll get it back soon enough. What was I saying about us getting 200 scrap in this sector? I thought that was likely. Shows what I know. Hack weapons. Board weapons. Get in the teleporter. You two, get out of there. You two, get out. Okay, we've taken the Clone Bay down. So we'll take like 1 or 2 missiles and a laser, but it's fine. Hack those down, please. Ah, we were just too slow to stop the missile from firing. Oh well. You're fine, you're not. Oh yeah, but you're my... How did I end up boarding with the engines guy? I'm confused at what happened there. Have I saved my crew in the wrong places? No, I just picked the wrong guy. I think I'm used to sending my engines guy because of stupid reasons. Well, whatever. Vent the Mantis. So now we have sort of a boarding mode and a non-boarding mode at the moment. If we aren't in boarding mode, we can go like this. Or if we are in boarding mode, rather, and if we're not in boarding mode, we can do this. We'll go into ships into fights rather in non-boarding mode. That 29 scrap Zoltan would be really, really cheap, but I can't do that. It wouldn't be worth it even if we can. I have 7 crew already. Okay. So on the positive side here, we have a possible double scrap reward. This fight is very dangerous, though. What do I want to hack? I want to hack weapons to delay that missile. We're not going to board. We're going to try to do this without having any of that. They dodge like crazy, of course. But we did take the missile down. And we've taken out the combat drone. Good. They can't currently get through my shields. I'll keep the Artemis missile powered just in case. They've repowered the drone I'd like to see least, but whatever. Now that's down and we win on our next volley. Good, we got a double reward. So we did actually manage to get 200 scrap finally out of a sector. Go civilian. We very much want cloaking. Good, we get another big nebula. We somehow didn't even get 200 scrap out of that sector, out of that civilian sector with the huge nebula earlier. We got 198 admittedly, so effectively we did, but we didn't get that much above considering how large the nebula in that one. It was bigger than this one. We're running out of fuel. But we do have an outpost. It's a very dangerous outpost. We're going to hack those weapons. I'm going to split them up. Let them fire the heavy laser and the ion blast. And then do that. There we go. Now we are safe. Trying to do this fight without hacking would be a nightmare. I would need to board and desperately hope they didn't hit my cloaking. My clumbang. Okay, that's very good. That was double reward, and both parts of the double reward gave me fuel. So I more than doubled my fuel there. And we have enough jumps in this nebula. We'll go here just in case there's a store at that jump. But we should have enough jumps in this nebula that we need to do that, even though it takes further away from cloaking. We get enough jumps in this nebula now that we'll be able to see everything outside it, and we'll have 150 scrap by the time we get to a store, as long as we're not dead. Manually search. Oh no, not Davian. We will remember you forever, Davian. So, we have a fire drone now to sell. That means we definitely have we definitely have cloaking if we see it. I'm going to ignore this jump. It's in a bad spot. We're going to go here, here, there, and see everything above as well as get almost every nebula jump. Since they're going to board us, we'll start in weapons mode, hack this stuff, get rid of that missile. You go in there, keep our primary boarders in position. Actually, we're not even running any engines right now. Let's just... Okay, good. That's all down. Keep the Artemis missile in reserve. Murder this NG. apply extreme murder to his enginess. Are you kidding? I said apply extreme murder to his enginess. What part of that did you not understand? More boarding. Let's go there. This guy's gonna suffocate, and they'll come fight us in here and die. And suddenly we have loads of fuel. You're fine. Vent the rest of you. I'd love to upgrade my clone bay, but I feel like that's kind of a luxury purchase right now. I'd rather get cloaking and get the next level of shields. I could get the next level of shields right now, but that would take me below cloak buffer, and I feel like cloak is more important. If I get cloaking, I will actually upgrade engines first instead, because then I can cloak for 100% evade. This isn't looking like a run where we get level 8 shields, but maybe we get really good scrap amounts in these last two sectors. Okay, there's a store. Let's just go there now. We can get cloaking and a backup battery if they're both there. They're not, but cloaking and a flak are. Let's go. Okay. Let's go like this for the moment. So in weapon mode, we can look like this. And then eventually, we will swap the Artemis missile out and use the heavy laser. And flak, heavy is maybe the best weapon setup in the game, honestly. In terms of, you know, the amount of punch it gives you, I suppose actually all beam setups that just kill everything are the best. But in terms of, like, this, at level 6 weapons, destroys everything. And doesn't even really, you don't even need hacking to kill everything with that. It helps, but you could do it without if you need to. Okay, we got a rebel forward scout. God, we are very low on power. I'd love to run a level 2 hack here, but I can't. Not without depowering one of my weapons. And I can't just put one Artemis missile into that because a single Artemis missile, they're not powering their weapons in full right now anyway because this is a low power situation. Okay. Now a single Artemis is fine, and let's power the shields. We actually kind of need to knock that down before we can board, because currently we can't really power the teleporter. But it's fine, we have time, because they can't get into that room yet. Actually, I don't want to hit that room. If we hit that room, if one of those is a Lido missile, they might power it. So screw it, leave it like this. Level 1 teleporter is fine here. They only have 2 crew over there anyway, so our first boarders will just win. Yeah, we need more power now, and we need more dodge, so we can cloak 100%. Get the power first. Get vented. Engines next, then shields, then weapons. Positive side, we are flagship ready in terms of what we have on the ship. We just need to upgrade the ship enough, so we don't care about stores that much anymore. We'd like a backup battery, but it's not essential. We just need to get scrap. And upgrade. Let's hit all 3 of these, and then probably that distress beacon. They're in an awkward spot to vent. I'll just go and kill them. We want these 2 at full health. We're like halfway through Sector 6, and our shields and our engines are still the same that they were midway through Sector 1. As you can see, you can survive on that, but it's not generally a sign that your run has been going well when that's the situation. Either that, or you've got like a oh, for God's sake, it's got 2 of these in a row. Either that, or it's a sign that you've got like a pre-igniter and are crushing everything with beams or whatever. And there, your shield and engines levels basically don't matter. You're gonna die, but whatever. That is a sacrifice I'm prepared to make. Okay, so we had 3 straight boarding events, but this is the one where you actually get some damn scrap, so it's worth it. You guys get in there, and we'll also vent that room, and that'll be fine. That's enough scrap to get my engines up as high as I want them to be. You get out there, let them through so that we get the combat XP. We're venting all 4 of these guys in a moment, but we even have a ready-made room for it. We would have won that fight easily 4v4 had all of our crew arrived at the same moment, but of course that wasn't feasible, and our rock was on the scene already and started immediately taking damage. There we go. We have finally listened to Reddit, and we have upgraded our engines. We haven't got back all of our dodges, but we only need 1. And then once we've done that, we can get 100% evade when we need it. We need to pull power from other places to be able to do it, but hey, we can do it. There's another store there, we can't do it. We're just going to go distress around. We probably dive in this sector, but we'll see. Go and investigate, invite him to join the crew. Okay, now we have 8 crew, cool. Actually, I'll just leave you there. You can be another boarder since you have weapon skill. Weapon skill, melee skill. Leave the slug indoors. So no more nonsense with boarding with slugs. No. Please give me scrap. I feel like I've found every one of those resource trade offers in the entirety of this run. Are you fucking joking? That is 4 straight beacons that didn't give me scrap. There's no point diving here, I think, actually. We will only get like 1 jump. Okay, we got some scrap from that at least. Gonna hold my scrap just in case. Out of these, I'd rather go pirate. They're neither of them great. I was hoping for Rebel Stronghold, but you can't always get what you want. Oh, the big nebula is something that I want, so. No immediate store, and that means I'm gonna buy power. I need to get my weapons up. I need to get my shields up. I need to upgrade cloaking and hacking. I need to stop finding empty jumps. Hey, you also have rock mantis boarding. Hack that down. Take all that down. Now we just need an Artemis missile. It's possible that will just burn down, although it doesn't look like it. It looks like they've got level 3 weapons in there, so it'll take a while for that to burn out. Let's board into there. Start battering on them while they are on the locked door. We'll take 1 missile, but we can cloak it. We'll have 97% evade. Cool, no 3% nonsense. Okay, go break that. Cool, we got our dodge that we needed. Damn it. Stupid autopiloting. We might as well stay there and fight them here. We'll board immediately as soon as they warp back. There we go. And now we've got this easily. That's a pretty good reward. That sells for a fair amount. I need 1 more lot of scrap to upgrade my weapons, which is going to be the thing I do next. Do I vent both of these? Yeah, let's just be ruthless. You 2 are fine, because you're my secondary boarders. Yeah, I think the odds of us getting Shields 8 on this run are extremely small. Manually search. Cool. Goodbye, Charlie. It was good knowing you. It wasn't really, I'm lying. You already have max shield skill, so let's save you around like this. Actually, what am I talking about? Double Mantis, then double Rocks. Also do this. There's a store. We can get a backup battery there by selling the firebomb. We'll probably consider selling the Artemis missile. Actually, no, I'm going to keep the Artemis missile. Even though we're going to switch it out towards the end because we'll want to just use flak heavy. There are still some fights where the Artemis missile will be fine. Sometimes being able to redirect my power to other systems and just have a 1-power weapon that takes stuff out is worth... It's worth doing that, I think. So what do I want to hack here? I think I'll hack shields. What are you hacking, you asshole? Okay, I guess I'm hacking nothing. They blew my drone up. Cloak. Since they're going to blow my drone up anyway, let's... And they've delayed my shots already. Let's hack this. So that's very useful information, because now I know exactly how much damage I need to put on that room. Let's put the 2 flaks here. Unfortunately, they're not reliably going to hit it, but... Yeah, we'll end up taking some damage here because we couldn't shoot at their weapons. Can we please take that stupid missile down? Eventually, yes. Go there, and then the store. No, we're very low on fuel. Admittedly, we could buy some there, but frankly, we won't need missiles shortly, so... Should I take another jump? The only thing I really want here is a backup battery, and I can already afford that, so... We've seen so many heavy lasers. We literally could be running 4 heavy lasers right now if we wanted to. Should I go like this? I'm going to stay like this just for now, because of situations where I'm low on power. Let's do that. And just one moment. Alright, let's go. We just want to hit as many jumps as we possibly can before we have to jump to Sector 8. We just want to hit as many jumps as possible to actually have stuff at them before we go to Sector 8. We finally have a backup battery. We still haven't managed to take that burst 2 off, which, because we still haven't been able to upgrade our shields, is actually dangerous to us. Now it isn't. We could grind shield skill if we wanted to here from the asteroids, but I'm mostly using you as a border, and then you'll just lose it. We got a free stun bomb, which we're just going to sell. If we get the chance. We might not. Let's see, 1, 2, 3... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could do a double dive by doing that. I feel like that's probably the best option here. We have cloaking, so a double dive is not that threatening. We'll go here first and then decide, since we would need to do that regardless. Danger is we might run out of fuel. You annoying people. Feels like we haven't been boarding that much recently because we've been fighting lots of auto scouts. Hack those weapons. I don't care if they wail on my teleporter for a little bit. forgot this was a frigging pulsar. Cloak that. Okay, those are completely smashed. Board, don't let him fix those weapons. Take the Columbi out. We didn't, but we did manage to take the mind control out, so they can't annoy us with that. Artemis, go. Fuck you and your dodging. You kidding? Yeah, that's finally down. They've mind controlled my weapon, NG. I don't care. We're gonna kill them all now. Yeah, whatever. You damage my weapons. It'll just be repair skill for you later. Yeah, I want you to go off on these people because I'm worried about the Artemis missile. I'm worried about the Zoltan. I was worried about the Zoltan explosion damage killing my crew because of the pulsar, meaning that I wouldn't be able to necessarily revive them. Get back to your positions. We unfortunately have to jump out of here without reviving. Because I'd like to find a store to sell the stun bomb and the small bomb, I'm going to actually go this way. Should be able to clear this Zoltan shield relatively quickly. We might not board in this fight though, it depends. God damn it. Don't you fucking dare. We're just gonna blow this ship up with our guns. Yeah, that ship was a little bit scary. Double missile ship with a Zoltan shield when our boarders were not at full health. But we're fine. You go get vented. We don't see a store. I want to see if that top right jump is a store. Stun bomb and the small bomb sell for... Small bomb is 22, stun bomb is about 25, I think. So that's more than we're getting for most jumps. Getting our shields up now because I don't actually want to buy anything at a store. I want a store to sell stuff. But yeah, we want to get cloaking and hacking to level 3 and as much power as we possibly can. And shield 8 just isn't happening. We actually need that fuel to jump around behind. Unfortunately, we did not find another store. So we may unfortunately have just had a bunch of late weapon drops that we can't get rid of. Great. Is it worth double diving for one extra jump? We're so low on scrap that I think it's yes. We won't run out of fuel. We have enough to get us out of the sector. Where have the ships like this been? I also need to swap. I'm going to get rid of the... put the Artemis missile into reserve now. I don't know that we even need to hack in this, but we're going to. Just remove any chance of any stupid shenanigans. Rockman. Oh wow, that's a level 3 teleporter. Medbay. Get the rocks in there. They can break it. Cloaking up. We'll actually get an extra point of repair because of doing that. Send the NG to help. We won't. We could just give the repair to the NG, but who cares? So, now we have... We won't be boarding in these, we're going to be in full gun mode. So let's just get our good guns out. I really wish we had more power, but, you know. Hack that missile. Yeah, you board directly into the room with 2 Mantis. That sounds like a sound strategy. Yeah, like we could, with weapons this good, you could just give up on boarding and just destroy everything with the guns. I'm not going to, I am going to board phase 1. But we don't have to. Cloak. I'd like to kill this ship, but we seem to be having rather a lot of difficulty hitting it. Keep that missile down. I think we're fine. Level 1 cloak is fine there, yep. Got it off just in time. Kill with that volley. Get things off cooldown. We actually won't heal to full at the end of this sector because we get 10 free points and that'll bring us up to 29, but 1 repair station will be all we need. Hack weapons, those are nasty. I'm gonna actually hold them in that room because I don't want them going in my piloting room and reducing my evade below 100%. No, just the 2 rocks go in there. These 2 should now suffocate. I can hold you in there with the rock who's not at too low hit points. Cloak now. Those weapons are going to burn out. Welcome back. Out we go. So, it's been something of a struggle of a run. We've got great weapons, but our scrap totals have been atrocious throughout. We want to hit one of these repair stations to get us up to full and to get a few more drones. So let's go this way. We'd very much like to find the Sector 8 store to sell all this stuff, but what can we do? Great, this ship has double missiles. I should have vented my crew, that was dumb. Like, I want to kill everything in this sector with boarding because I don't want to get not enough timed. Okay, well, we've taken 2 of the missiles down. They dodge like crazy there. You get in there. I think we won't quite have 100% evade, but 95 was fine. Our pilot was not in the right spot. Okay. Now we can board. It doesn't matter if our crew die, like whatever. They'll come back in the Clumb Bay. You go in there. They're trying to get into that room. We'll be able to apply damage. Get out of there. Yeah, that's a good strategy there. I misfired a little bit, but whatever. What happened there, the fire spread into medbay because this guy started running towards the medbay and then changed his mind. And yeah, that's why. Hacking up. Next is cloaking up, then it's just as much power as we can manage. We want to be able to run level 3 teleporter and level 3 hack and all our weapons and all our shields in the flagship, as well as potentially, you know, being able to dodge things and use cloaking. That requires a lot of power. I might, if I don't get a chance to sell stuff, I might use the small bomb in the first phase because it's a way to apply system damage without applying hull damage. And that's very useful when you're trying to kill crew. Go here. We may end up hitting multiple repair stations just because of the way this is laid out, but it's fine. They're not much scrap, but they are guaranteed scrap. Let's do that. We need to upgrade our oxygen too, so that we can have a buffer. You two get in there. Just level 1 board right now. Okay, those weapons aren't coming back. And neither are the crew. Cool. What do you think you're doing? Got him. Oh, we found the store. Good. We're going to go there in preference to the repair station because we can make about 60 scrap selling stuff. Artemis is 19. We won't now keep the small bomb because we can sell it. And we need power urgently. Small bomb's 22. Stun bomb is like 25. we'll basically be able to get like 3 power bars out of that, and that's very good. And then we just need to damage buffer oxygen and Clumba. Not a very strongly upgraded ship, but it's good enough to win with these weapons and this sporting crew. I would have liked to go repair, store, and then to the other repair, but we weren't guaranteed to be able to do that. Yeah. We got like 60 scrap out of that. Oh wow, that got taken over instead. We have to go through a dive now, because we either go through this one or that one to get to the base. Let's go this way. You're in there. Let's send 2 slugs to do that. My rocks can be ready to board. Okay, good. Those weapons are down and they're on fire. Now we just need to break the med bay. Give me scrap. That is not scrap. Just all these light weapon drops are very annoying. Sort of beyond the point where I can make great use of them. I'll vent you even, you're fine. I could go back to the store and sell that pike beam, but it takes me way out of position, and it only sells for 27, is it? If I'd already had it, obviously, I would have got rid of it at the previous jump, but we didn't. I think we just get one more, then we go their base. The sector's not even laid out in such a way that we could get extra jumps, really. Because all the beacons around the base have been taken over. So I can't farm between stages. We do get a fight here, though. That's a lot of defensive drones. And they're gonna hack. Let's find out what they're hacking. Oh, they've hacked our hacking. I think between them hacking our hacking and how many defensive drones they have, we're not gonna bother with that. More annoyingly, that just blocks our borders. Go over there. Positive thing, they have a clone bay, not a med bay, so we can probably more easily take that down. Taking one of the weapons out. Cloak. We don't need the level 3 teleporter for this one because these are the last borders we're sending over. There we go. You guys can just wail on that while they fight that fire. Can we have a double reward here, please? No, of course not. Well, we're doing that, and then that. And that's pretty much how we're going to be set for the flagship. And by pretty much, I mean that is how we're going to be set for the flagship. Absolutely want these guys at full health for this. So we have to do a dive first. We'll hack weapons to buy us time to escape, cloak the ASB, usual stuff. And then in flagship we do phase 1, usual boarding strats. Hack missiles, board ions with the mantis, board beam with the rocks. Shoot missiles out. Do you know, I'm actually going to board with the rocks first. The reasons being, firstly, they take, this sounds counterintuitive, but it takes them longer, since my second boarding isn't going to be to warp them back anyway. It doesn't matter if they don't kill a little bit quicker. And also, I'm thinking, the people that I board within ions, they're typically the ones I warp back and then send into missiles. If I set fires in that room, I can board with the rocks into the fires and keep them going. So I'm going to actually do that. So in that case, let's do this. I can put... You're down to only level 1 shields, but that's still better than what our guy in shields has. Yeah, we can't even go to these jumps because of how badly positioned they are. I could do like that. No, I can't actually because it doesn't connect to this. I'd lose the game if I did that. I could go here, there, and then base, but then I would be really cutting it fine. This is annoying because it means these two won't be at full health, but I don't think I can do anything about that. Let them fire the heavy laser and then hack weapons. We couldn't hit anything there, unfortunately. No, you don't. Okay, we dodged that. This is very frustrating because my borders are going to be at quite low health now. I may need to let these two die. Yeah, I'm going to need to let these two die, and I will need to clone them in the early part of the flagship fight, which is not what I would like to be doing. But since I'm not using them as my first borders anyway, it's fine. Let's spend as long as possible here. Now we have to jump out in case they were to hit my... I don't want them to hit my clone bay and kill people. Now, there's a possibility they might have just hacked my clone bay there and killed them, and that would have been sad. The door hack is pretty bad, too, because they're going to need to run all the way from the clone bay to get to my teleporter. But I don't think there was much I could do about that. If they had killed my two mantises, it would not have been the absolute end of the world. Get in there. Hack that down. Get some evade. You two get in there before the doors get hacked again. Okay, we didn't hit with as much as I would like there, but we did get a fire. That might just burn that down. I think it's going to. We'll see. I could probably have fired there, but I wasn't sure about their cloak timing. Unfortunately, they've got the fire out. Ha! And yeah, we've got those fires that I mentioned. I only need level 1 hack on that room right now. Let's bring my rocks back. There's no way they're fixing that. In fact, are they even trying to fix that right now? It looks like they're not even trying. There's a breach and double fires in that room. Kind of tempting to shoot the med bay out here and board there instead. Is there a fire? No, but we're still going to do it. Our rocks have a lot of health, so they can survive in there for a while. And we'll bring the mantis back and board in there in a moment. Currently, the ship can't hurt me, so I'm not in too much danger. Unfortunately, this rock is about to die. We might not even full crew kill in this phase, which sucks. Should we board with our slugs? I would do, but one of them is trapped behind doors. I might board with these two, even if it costs me max evade, because this rock is going to be stuck behind the locked doors. And it'll take them forever to get across the ship. Yeah, we're doing that. Nope, no fixing missiles. And we'll just try to make sure that this guy doesn't die. But it's not the absolute end of the world if he does. 4 shields, then they won't even try to do that. Hooray! We get the crew kill after all. You guys get in there. We actually just want to warp them back and kill with the... We don't even need to board again. So, crew kill in phase 1 and didn't take any damage. Get me more power. I would damage buffer piloting, but we have a slug pilot. I mean, we are in danger if we take one shot on there. That's probably what we do for phase 3. We shouldn't take any damage in these next couple of this next fight. We don't need to vent our people anymore because their health doesn't matter that much. Probably want the rocks to stay behind to fight the boarding drone, and the mantises will board into missiles. And we can hack shields and shoot the missiles out and generally do good stuff. We only need level 1 boarding here, really. We're not going to send another lot of boarders over. You run down there to help out. Okay, that's down. Good. You guys just start breaking that. Shoot the drones. Cloak. You guys come back now, we'll just kill with our weapons. One more volley and they're dead. Damage buffer piloting. They'll mind control somebody in this phase. Doesn't really matter. We're probably just going to kill that person. We can't board at the start because of the Zoltan Shield, and we don't have bypass. So start like this. That way we can rapidly clone anyone who dies. Probably we'd like them to mind control one of our rocks or something like that. That's the most tolerable target. Should we get to full health? Nah. We don't need to do the runaway trick, obviously, because they have no crew to send over to us. Bomb rush this fool. Now, we don't have any way to take the Zoltan Shield down. We could have potentially pulled the Pike Beam out for this purpose, but it's not worth giving up multiple good weapons for that. So we dodge that. Board into there. Hack. They've mind controlled our Mantis again. There we go, we're fine. So we took a couple of missiles, but... And this guy will probably smash the teleporter, but who cares? Clone you. Level 1 cloak is fine now. One moment. And we just need to break these shields and then we'll win. Just shoot at the shields, I don't care that they're over there. They'll clone. And next volley wins it. So this was... Oh, they actually burned out. So this was not the easiest run. The scrap totals were atrocious, but like that one store where we were able to buy a flak and a heavy laser at one store, where we went looking for hacking, didn't have that, but we just got 2 absolute A-grade weapons, and that made things much easier. And then we did get hacking shortly afterwards, and we were able to get around the fact that we didn't make much scrap. This isn't going to be a very high-scoring run, despite it being a boarding run. I expect our ships to beacons to be quite bad. I think we had lots of beacons in that, because we had like 3 sectors with big nebulas. It's just we could not find fights. Yeah, 5137 is very low. Yeah, that is the first time in nearly 100 runs that I've had under 40 ships defeated. So yeah, our beacons explored wasn't as high as I expected it to be, but we just found endless empty jumps. I think, because I started tracking all of my runs a while ago, I think that was the 74th, and I think this is the first time my ships defeated has been below 40. Let me double check that. Other than runs where I died, obviously, where I might have defeated 0. Actually, no, I had one where I defeated 38. That was even worse. But that had 6 fewer beacons. So yeah, it's quite rare that I defeat fewer than 40. And that, coupled with we don't seem to have got very much scrap collected from the fights we did win, meant it was a bit of a struggle. But we did win, and we have now got 3 quite bad ships out of the way. 4 runs in, so that's pretty good. Who are we playing next? 1, 2, 3, and go. Ha, we don't have to do that. We already beat you. 1, 2, 3, and go. You too. 1, 2, 3, and man, it's just the absolute murderer's row at the moment. So next up we have NGB. So the fun never ends. But we will try that one next time. So I hope that you enjoyed the run, and I will see you for NGB.